It's happening today, 12:30 Eastern, an hour later in that window because it's daylight savings time tonight in the UK, but not of course here in the United States, so this game kicks off a little later. Perfect lunchtime accompaniment, Arsenal against Liverpool, live and exclusive for you on 1 Hour Sports. One of the big storylines, of course, coming into this one, Nolan, is the amount of players that Arsenal are missing. Saliba is suspended. Saka probably won't make it injured. Odegaard, Timber, Calafiori. How do you look at it bearing in mind they're hamstrung by those 5 out? I look at it as one of the biggest tests of Mikel Arteta as managing your career at any point. Given the expectation, given how big this game feels, given Liverpool's start and where Arsenal are in relation to them and City and the fact that a lot of his team, his best players are out, Odegaard's been a big miss for a long period of time. I think you can see it in the playing. It's disjointed. It's not as silky. Saka, arguably again their best player, has been out as well in a back line that's going to have at least 2 different players in it.
So can Mikel Arteta find a team to win this game at home against a big rival for the title? So again, a proper test of his kind of coaching managerial skills right now. One of the biggest tests of Arteta's career at Arsenal. I can't disagree with him. I think the length of time that Odegaard's been out is a problem. We knew he was going to be out for a certain amount of time. The team coped with that, but you can kind of fill in gaps for a bit, and then all of a sudden you're playing against different types of opposition, and you need his cleverness to be able to work out how to win a game, and against the top teams that's even more difficult. So you need a higher footballing IQ, and he's top of the range as far as I'm concerned. Saka as well, we'll talk about Saliba in a second, but Saka as well for me is a game changer based on how he occupies the opposition players defensively and midfield. He drags players towards him, they double up on him, they have another cover on the inside because he likes to cut in on that left foot. So it takes 3 or 4 players around him when he gets the ball. That opens up the other side of the pitch. Normally Odegaard's there to be able to spray the ball out there. So the whole dynamic of the team has been changed by those 2 injuries. Now Saliba being out as well, and as you quite rightly said, there'll be 2 changes in that back line. You look at the table now and they've got 17 points. They need a win. They must not lose. Yeah, they definitely must not lose, but that win, they win all of a sudden you go, do you know what? They're back in it because they've got 20 points and they're right in their haunt again. If they lose, it'll be a very big blow for him. But back to Nolan's question there, if it's not a must, it's certainly a must not lose. Does that affect the way that he approaches this game? That's what I want to see tomorrow. Not to begin with, I don't think. I think he goes at it because the crowd won't allow, if they sit back and just wait, then it's going to be trouble. They're on the front foot when they play at home, so I think we're in for a cracker. It doesn't feel like there's much pressure on Liverpool's shoulders, an onslaught, and yet they're sitting second in the league, and if they get a win, they'll go top. Yeah, absolutely right. I mean, we said about this next few weeks, there's going to be tests, and Chelsea was a test, and they found a way to win, but this is the biggest test, isn't it? Arsenal away, super confident right now, Liverpool, and the defensive record or the story of it is big. This is big. If they can continue this kind of, that means every goal is super valuable and they've got plenty of players to score goals. So that is a big deal, and it's a big if they can continue to be so great defensively. But if they do, they can totally win the league. It's the Liverpool midfield that we're going to talk about tomorrow, isn't it? Because I know you have some concerns in there where Liverpool are concerned.